It's going to look really good on the resume. An opportunity for Georgia, who has struggled here the last couple of weeks. They're in the midst of a stretch where they have 6 road games and 9 contests. But if they were able to come in today and steal one, it would be huge for Mark Fox, and it would get them back on track to playing well like they were recently.
Georgia wearing the red uniforms. They have the first possession of the game. Parker gets the screen from Ogbede. Georgia's a team that likes to use a lot of the shot clock, Brendan.
He's trying to get Maton those touches multiple times on offensive possessions.
Down to 2, down to 1. Parker, a 2-point shot is good to begin the scoring.
Well, and a great start. And as you mentioned, Parker, Georgia's been looking for a little bit more scoring the last couple of games. Starting, picking up his offensive game, and they just need a little bit more production to complement Maton.
Barry Brown from 17. That's off. Rebounded by Parker. He's going to take it up.
And as you alluded to, Mark, Georgia will be deliberate in the offensive set if they don't get anything in transition.
Ogbede makes a spin move on Mayween and kisses it in.
Nice job right there. Got the isolation. And K-State not double teaming there. Ogbede, nice little move over the left shoulder.
Sneed. And just like that, a chance for a 4-point play to tie the game.
Mark, with the injury to Stokes 5 games ago, obviously Barry Brown and Dean Wade have stepped up their game. But you forget about Xavier Sneed. He's continued to play consistently, shooting the ball really well right now, and does a great job coming along the baseline. And you saw him set his feet and go straight up and down, and the ability to tie the game on that big shot.
Here's Maton out front with Wade. Face it up, Rayshawn Hammonds in the lane. That's blocked. Out of bounds and staying with the Bulldogs.
Hammonds, a talented freshman. Talked at length with Mark Fox, you and I, about him earlier today. A versatile young man. Still dealing with some consistency issues that you would have a lot with freshmen, but he's going to be a really good one once he starts figuring it out.
Here's Maton. Shoots a high rainbow from the right baseline and drains it.
I tell you what, it doesn't matter. He's the focus of defenses, double teams, players always shading towards him. But night in, night out, he is productive, and he gets his numbers. That's a terrific shot, feeling the defense and going back towards the baseline.
Dean Wade answering.
Yeah, and right back at you. These guys we talked about in the open. And again, Wade, as confident as he's been in his career at K-State.
Barry Brown helping create the turnover. Wade trying to control the dribble, does so. Finds Brown, but now he has Turtle Jackson in his face.
And both these teams good defensively, but in different ways.
There's a mismatch. Ogbede able to help out, but in and out after the shot from Wade.
Georgia's going to be really solid in the half court. Leads the SEC in scoring defense, second in field goal percentage defense. And K-State's in more, they're going to pressure you, try to turn you over. And that's how they get a lot of their buckets throughout the course of the game, through transition offense, off live ball turnovers.
Hammonds pulls up, his jumper goes in. A great shooting start for Georgia. They've hit 4 of their first 5 from the field.
And again, I like that Hammonds' first touch on the interior, the previous possession, gets it blocked. But next time he gets it, an aggressive move.
Sneed bypasses the 3. Backed up by Brown, 7 to shoot. Barry Brown gets in the lane, bounces off.
And that's the thing, if you haven't seen Barry Brown yet. It's not the first probe move or the second. It's that third or fourth. As he constantly keeps that dribble alive, in and out moves, keeping you off balance. And you have to be disciplined in containment. Shooting it well from 3 right now, Brown is, but he is an excellent Straight line driver to the rim. That's his bread and butter. And you got to really stay down, be disciplined, and keep him in front.
This is the second miss of the game from the field for the Bulldogs. Taken out Akari Jada. Wade, he puts up a three. That is not unusual for Dean Wade. He has that kind of range.
I tell you what, he is, again, playing with confidence. He takes what the defense gives. With the ball screen right there and just plays a little stretch four action.
First lead for Kansas State. The deflection gathered up by Jackson, though. Here's Jackson driving, and he has it blocked by McCall Mayween. Timeout. Just going to be 6 on the shot clock for Georgia when we do come.
State not only not miss a beat, but the level of play, when you talk about Wade and Brown, who as veterans understand the importance of raising the level of their game, but you add how Jada has managed K-State offensively. I mean, it's really worked well.
Now, January 6th, when Stokes broke his foot, some thought maybe they were hoping to get it back before the Big 12 tournament. Now it may be in a week or so. That shot clock was winding down, a miss by Mayton. Snead already has a 4-point play under his belt in this game. Wade on the drive. Kind of leans in to clear some space, and then it's blocked by Nicholas Claxton.
Boy, great job right there defensively from Claxton. Keeps Wade in front. And when he spun back around, Claxton recovered nicely. And being left-handed, he was able to mirror the basketball right there and get that block. Now watch this. This is really good defense from the freshman. Because Wade can score in a lot of ways. Boom. See the drop step with the right foot, able to cut Wade off, and then when Wade can't get the angle, he's forced to fade away, and as you know, that plays right into his shot blocker's hands. That's really good defensive effort right there individually.
So far, Wade with 5 points, Mayton with 2.
You see K-State what they want to do, Mark, and they're gonna, if they can't deny the ball in the perimeter, at worst they're going to be there on the catch, way out on the floor.
It's a bit of a drought for the Bulldogs. They had gone about almost 4 minutes without a field goal prior to that bucket by Claxton.
And Claxton, 27 minutes of game time against Arkansas earlier in the week, 9 points. And you could see the smooth ability, knock down shots, hit a couple threes. You saw right there from the high post. Good-looking young player, going to be really, really good. And then when you lose Yante Mayton next season, a lot of minutes are going to free up, right? And expect that young man to capture a lot of those for Mark Fox.
A homecoming for Mark Fox. He was an assistant here at Kansas State under head coach Tom Asbury. He is a Kansas native as well, Mark Fox from Garden City. A 3 from Jada. Georgia with the ball with a 1-point lead. Mayton trying to shoot over Wade and does so again. He's gone to that right baseline a couple of times.
And I love the tempo from Georgia Optimist. K-State back in transition, so no primary break opportunity. But Jackson pushes it, gets K-State on its heels, and a quick ball reversal and post-entry pass to Mayton. And that's assertive, crisp, secondary break offense right there. Really good.
5 to shoot for Barry Brown. Tries to get by Claxton, does so, and somehow I think Mayton may have got a finger or two on that.
Well, I mentioned, see the multiple moves he'll throw at you, and you cannot bite on it if you're a defender guarding Brown. Once that gap or open is available to Brown, I mean, it is straight to the rim. The classic straight line driver.
Even though Georgia went officially 3 minutes 45 seconds without a field goal, they've still at 6 of 10 shots from the field. Now make that 7 of 11 as Juwan Parker hits from long range. He's been shooting the 3-ball a lot better lately.
And his last 3 starts coming in, Mark, 12 points a game. We mentioned how he's looking to score more. Saw it right there. But during that stretch, too, he's hit 6 threes. And again, really good offense. You get the touch inside and a little inside-out action.
Jada tried to bounce it down low to Mayween, and it's a Kansas State turnover. Ball gets loose, but it rolls right to the waiting hands of Hammonds. Brown in the lane, stripped, lost it off his leg and out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
Good hands right there from Georgia. You know, one of the reasons Georgia is so good defensively is they're good on the ball. And then they do a great job one pass away protecting the gaps. And it's hard to consistently get to the rim. And that was a better adjustment for Georgia on Brown with the drive. But if you'll notice the last handful of possessions, Mark, not much ball movement from K-State. I think that's dangerous. Against Georgia, you have to move them defensively over the course of the ball game with ball movement.
They thought there was some contact as that shot was well off the left side. Long three from Snead out front. Left it just a little bit short. Rebounded by Georgia. An 8-4 rebounding edge here early for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and a concern for Bruce Weber. As good as they have been, winning 4 of their last 5, the weakness or area that they get exposed a little bit is on the glass. I was concerned about Georgia's depth and size.
A lot of dribbling there by Tyree Crump, and eventually carried it. And it's the second Georgia turnover.
For 7th and 8th. There's only 3 games almost halfway through the conference slate that separates them and 6-2 Kansas. A lot of parity. And you're not just seeing teams protect the home floor. Going on the road and getting tough wins more often than in the past.
Pass down low, and it's jammed by McCall Mayween. Richard K-State's been hot. They won 4 of their last 5 games. They're in that 4-way tie for second place right now in the Big 12. Had that last shot from Barry Brown fallen in Lawrence and beat KU. K-State right now would be the team in Lawrence in first place and not Kansas.
That's amazing to think. Remember, they started off 1 and 2 to begin with Big 12 play.
Harris fought for underneath by Bede and Wade, and it's Wade that takes it out to Brown. Barry Brown in the lane, adjusted with the left hand, and he finished that. That would have been quite a remarkable play.
And you can see a battle for some pace here in the first 10 minutes. K-State, they want to get off the glass and run. And Mark Fox, they want to push, obviously, Mark. You want to take advantage of numbers in transition, but if they don't have it, Coach Fox is holding up his hands and saying, hey, let's slow this down and run our offense through Mate. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
We're just gone nearly 3 minutes without a field goal. They had a 3-minute 45-second drought earlier, and then stumbling out of bounds. Jackson can't save it, and it's the 3rd turnover committed by the Dogs.
Jackson right there, a little bit careless. A hard hedge from Mayween, and really against Kansas State. They're going to pressure you early in the offense. If you can just get beyond the first 2 or 3 passes, it loosens up a little bit. So you got to be disciplined. Guys like Jackson out front and be strong with it, strong with the basketball early in the offense.
Jada looking to feed Wade. He does so. He's got the size advantage over Jackson, but he's going to shoot over him. A little bit of a bump from Jackson, enough to get the foul. Got him on the shooting arc. Jordan Jackson, the junior out of Athens, Georgia. He's a hometown kid for the Bulldogs. You know, that's nicknamed Turtle, by the way, before he was born. His mom was having an ultrasound. That's a pretty remarkable if your nickname actually precedes your given name.
I love that it has stuck. You know, he is more of a game manager, more of a solid point guard than a playmaker, which is totally fine. When you lose Frazier, I think they're still feeling the impacts of that. He'll continue to defend and minimize his mistakes on the offensive end. and have more games like he did against Arkansas. He hit 5 threes, had 15 points, 5 assists. And you can live with that. Georgia is just a little bit better offense away from being really good because they defend more.
Wade almost throwing that off. Maybe got a Kansas State possession out of it, but here's a 3 missed by Hammond's left side. I mentioned J.J. Frazier for Georgia. They lost after last season. He was their leading scorer a year ago. And definitely their emotional and vocal leader. Mark Fox told us before the game, we're probably still trying to replace that type of leadership. And May Ween off to a nice beginning. He has 4 points for K-State.
May Ween has quietly been solid at that 5 position, particularly on the defensive end. Started every game for Bruce Weber this year.
Tough shot for Juwan Parker. And the grad student already has his master's degree, working on a second master's. The only Division I player with a master's degree. May not finish his second master's before the school year ends, but quite a decorated student athlete.
Well, if he finishes that second master's, he'll be +2 on masters above myself.
And myself as well. Wade stripped, but no, we're going to call the foul. Maton vocally disputing that call.
We're going back to Parker. I know we've talked about it already a couple different times, but I love the fact that he's being assertive, aggressive on the offensive end. Let's be honest, Georgia needs that. And he looks right now physically as good as he's been in a long time. I'm from the Oklahoma area, so I'm familiar with Juwan and his career at Booker T. Washington in Tulsa, Oklahoma, one of the great programs, not only in the state of Oklahoma, but in the country.
Booker T. Washington, of course, was the home of Wayman Tisdale, one of the all-time greats. Juwan Parker's brother Jason played at the University of Tulsa.
Georgia right now continuing to get one and dones, and then I was just getting ready to say that. They forgot about Maton the last couple of possessions, getting him his touch, but not on that one.
Second foul on May Ween. Under the 8-minute mark here.
Posturing against one another.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
But that's coming from a guy that could never posture against anybody. But
hey, if you're Colin Sexton, that's got to be on your mind. You got Trae Young in your house.
Absolutely. But both those guys, you know, I think are at their best when they're setting up teammates, first and foremost. And as you saw, it was 8-7, so I checked the box score. Neither one of them had scored yet. So maybe they're trying to get those guys involved. But special players. Obviously, Trae Young, some of the things that he has done has been unbelievable. I don't know if I've seen a guy, Mark, you and I have had Oklahoma multiple times, play as fast as he does and still, the majority of the time, make the right decision.
Trae Young lost on this floor at Kansas State not long ago. Snead off the mark with a 3. Here come the Bulldogs with a 2-point lead. Parker sealed off on the drive. Obede loses it. Wade finds Snead. Back to Dean Wade. One dribble and went off the right side. No good. Almost seemed like Dean wasn't expecting that return pass.
And maybe the size and length all over the floor for Georgia. Maybe he was aware of that because he certainly didn't take it up with any aggressive nature.
K-State missed a chance to score in transition. Maton feeding Hammonds, falling down. It was not touched, I don't believe, by K-State, so it will be K-State ball. But right now, with just under 7 minutes of play in the first half, rebounding is certainly a part of this game. Georgia has done it well. K-State, that's been an issue for them. And even offensive rebounding. K-State's last in offensive rebounding in the Big 12. Don't have one today.
And you look at the -2 rebounding margin for K-State. That's total games. If you dial it back a little bit to just the 8 Big 12 games for Kansas State, they're last in the league at almost -8 per ball game.
Eli Stockard. K-State's nearly gone 3 minutes now without a field goal. And right now, I would have to say, Brendan, that tempo-wise, this plays into Georgia's hands right now, this game.
No question. As long as when they're patient on the offensive end is with purpose. There's been times this season where there's a lot of standing around.
Obede is fortunate that Snead didn't steal that entry pass. Just 4 to shoot. Turtle Jackson launches a 3. Tipped out by Maton, kept alive. Hammond's had it for a moment, and then K-State and Snead take it back.
And to elaborate more on that, I agree with you. The pace and the tempo certainly Georgia favor, but they don't have a whole lot to show for it. Just up 2.
And K-State, Brendan's really not a team that wants to run a lot, but I don't think they would mind taking the transition opportunities today. Stockard, that's their first offensive rebound of the game, and then he gets tied up by Turtle Jackson. Possession arrow will keep it with the Wildcats.
Well, and how Kansas State runs is with visits to the mound.
They're Major League Baseball considering that. Yeah, we'll see if they put that in play for this year. I think it's
Did they didn't do it last year.
Major League Baseball did make some adjustments trying to get the time going. Here's a shot from the right corner that's good for Snead.
One of the things that helps Snead, Mark, is he's 6'6", but he's longer than that. And so he gets the ball high. And he can go over the top and knock that down, in addition to his ability to elevate. So he gets a good, clean look, sometimes even when you have contested it fairly well.
Parker in traffic, punched out, taken off the deck by Barry Brown. Snead will bring it ahead. Georgia's now gone over 3 minutes without a field goal. Wade somehow stayed on his feet, but then a travel committed by Stockard. 3 K-State turnovers.
And then again, Georgia has done a nice job defensively. Early in the half court, if you remember, some of the opportunities came off Barry Brown being able to drive and carve his way to the basket. Georgia's done a much better job corralling that. And then K-State has really become a jump shooting team since.
An offensive rebound for Rayshawn Hammonds, keeping the possession for the Dogs. Maton faces up on Wade. He shoots over him at 2. We've seen Maton take more long-range jumpers this year than in past seasons. Here's Wade and Maton on the other end, and now Wade with the left hand in and out. Well, the 2 big guys are going right at one another.
Yeah, they are. And a nice move right there from Wade. Obviously, when you're a really good player, and you get better by your game progressing, he's got over his right shoulder and used that offhand already about 2 or 3 times in this game.
Kari Jada got a hand on that last Georgia shot attempt. Here's Jada. Jada, jump stop, leaning forward and scores. The 6'4" Cartier Jada got down low and patiently waited to lay it in.
And you said it. I mean, he's got an old man type game. See the patience right there? He got caught in a bad spot. And then the patience and worked his way out of it.
Hammonds had it for a moment. Rolling out of bounds. Nope, stopped there by Brown. I'm going to give you a moment to explain that the old man game is not a pejorative comment on your part. That's not negative. It's just old school.
Yes, that is meant with the utmost respect and admiration. Meaning the game is slow. Old meaning, you know, experienced guys, 3- and 4-year guys that the game slows down for. Maybe I should have said it that way.
I know exactly what you mean. I was just making sure some of the old guys out there weren't taking offense. Or Jada. Well, Cartier Jada, an interesting young man, has a background in dancing, ballet, tap, hip-hop. Interesting guy, interesting background. Grew up in New York City, but then went to high school in Florence, South Carolina. A couple of years, and it really turned around his life. Got involved with Jerome Wright, former NBA player who lived down there, and really changed things for the better for Cartier Jada.
And when you watch K-State shoot-arounds or practices, his teammates migrate to him.
Very popular.
Yeah, they like him. He's obviously a mature young man.
Here's Brown shooting over the crowd at a Maton rebound.
And again, really good help away from the ball by Georgia. A couple players just waiting on Brown, cutting him off.
Ogbede driving and scoring. Junior Derek Ogbede.
Nice hands and catch. Good feet right there with the finish. When you come off that ball screen, Mark, a lot of time guys just float. You got to make a hard cut. Ogbede did that right there.
Ogbede buckets ended a 6-minute scoring drought for the Bulldogs. Dean Wade from in close scoring with the right hand.
That young man right there, I mean, he is good. And he's had some big games here at K-State over the first couple of years. The thing was just, can he do it consistently?
He has 4 consecutive games of 20-plus points coming in. Almost a steal by Brown, but Ogbede misses the short jumper. Under a minute to play in the first half. Jotted down low. And Ogbede looks like he's going to get that foul. Georgia just one of their last 9 from the field. We were talking with Mark Fox before the game, talking about their last 2 losses. They've both been difficult losses for Georgia. They lost to Arkansas in double overtime on Tuesday of this week. Last Saturday, lost at Auburn. They led both those games by 16. And the game last Saturday against Auburn, they went, as he put it, the drought of all droughts. They didn't score a bucket in the second half at Auburn until about 7 minutes left in the game. Doesn't get much worse than that. I mean, I'm talking about a field goal in the second half. They didn't have a field goal until 7 minutes left. They went first 13 minutes of the second half without a field goal.
Yeah, and that's the obviously you can't overcome that against virtually anybody, and particularly a team like Auburn, who is very good this year. You know, some of that goes back, not to put it on Jackson, but some of it is point guard play.
Ogbede, they left him all alone in the emphatic dunk.
Yeah, went back to it right there, the ball screen. Found something Mark Fox did. Stretching out K-State, overloading that right side. But point guard, going back to that, point guard play has always been highly important, but especially this day and age.
Offensive foul on Jada. This week's NBA Saturday primetime game could be a finals preview shot here.
And they need to go through him right here. K-State's done a nice job on him. He's got 5 field goal attempts here in the first half. I'd be surprised if he doesn't touch it right here.
There is Maton. He fires it to the corner. 3 from Parker. Tips. Brown. Shot would not have counted. And it's a 3-point lead for Kansas State at the break. Coming up after the break, we'll send it to the studio with Chris Cotter and Tom Crean.
They forced Georgia into 7 turnovers, but they only got 7 points. They've got no fast break points. Barry Brown hadn't been able to finish at the rim. And K-State, you know, not always fast, but they can play with pace and be more adept at it than Georgia can, particularly at home.
Georgia hit only 2 of their last 11 shots in the first half. Here is Maton. You wanted more Maton. You got it right out of the chute.
I really like him at the high post. When they put him on the block, he's gotten a touch there. Good things have happened, but you saw what Mark Fox did in that opening possession. High post, great spacing around him, and that's just a one-on-one play.
I don't know if I can get you more cowbell, but I may be able to get you more Maton from Georgia in the second half.
You got a fever?
Well, K-State needs to get Barry Brown going. He's now 1 of 7 from the field.
Well, he's a drive-first guy, and that's how he gets the lid off the basket in every game. He gets to the rim, and he hasn't been able to do that in a long time. Georgia's done a terrific job.
Second foul on Barry Brown. He and May Ween, the 2 K-State players with 2 personals.
When you have a great player like Oklahoma and Trae Young. Christian James having a terrific year. Freshman Brady Manick having a breakout season as a freshman. They're playing off of Trae Young. You've got to play off Nate. And Parker, to me, appears to be starting to do that. They draw so much attention. And this is the first time I've seen Deontay Maton, but he's a willing passer too, Mark. He'll make the right decision.
Both teams perfect from the line so far. And Georgia has taken the lead by a point, or 6th lead change. Wade and Maton. Block for Maton. First block of the game for Deontay Maton.
That's how strong Deontay Maton is. There was a small angle for Wade to go around. He couldn't turn the corner. Wade is big and strong in his own right.
Hammond's facing up on Sneed, and blocking foul going on Sneed. That'll be Xavier's first foul. But still, here, even just through the first, not even 2 minutes of the second half, you see Bruce Weber working out instructions of his team, but still it's a tempo that favors Georgia. Hammond's a spin, and then Sneed is going to pick up another foul, so actually they're going to give that one. Let's see. Give that one to Wade on the front side. Going either way, Sneed or Wade, and it goes on Dean Wade. Is first.
And Georgia, again, spacing the floor really well. And what I do like is everything is going towards the basket right now, not settling for threes. You use Hammonds at 6'8". He's legitimate 6'8". As a freshman, using his size and versatility to get scoring opportunity right there.
So 1 of 2 for Hammonds. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs. K-State still looking for their first points in the second half. Good ball movement, but the defense for Georgia stayed right there. Wade misses the short jump hook. Maton spins it from a tough angle, banks it in. And a timeout, Kansas State, as Georgia has come out and scored the first 7 points of the second half to take
Dean Wade to turn the corner. But what makes Georgia such a good defensive team is they keep you in front and make you score over the top. So how do you combat that? In my opinion, you got to really do a good job of moving the basketball and then maybe setting up something like that out of a timeout.
Well, the lob to Dean Wade, that puts him in double digits now, 11 points, and maybe that's the spark the K-State offense was looking for. But Maton the other way just slams it home.
Nice job of Maton right there. He did his work early, posted up the lane ahead of the play, and just a simple post-entry pass right there.
3 from the corner from Sneed. Skying for the rebound is Maton.
Did you see that right there? Sneed thinks he has a jumper. Mark Fox would rather them shoot contested shots. And then Deshaun Hammonds with his length did a really nice job of contesting. There's another big bucket.
John Parker now adding to the lead. 11-2 run for the Bulldogs to start the second half. You wanted more Maton in the second half, and getting that. Have a foul on the floor against the Bulldogs.
Here's the dunk out of the timeout, the back door. And Hammonds, he's got to talk right there, stay at home and protect the basket, but well executed by K-State. And again, I'll tell you what, I would do that every time. Get the ball to the wing, isolate Maton early in the offense before the help can be built in. Get him his touch right off the bat. Good things will happen.
Ayton had 6 points at the half. He's added another 6 points in the first 4 minutes of the second half. That's well off the right side. You can see Georgia's offense starting to find its swagger here. In a crowd, or Bede loses it. Who's it going to go to? It's going to stay with Georgia.
It's an easy drop, step, and finish. 6 quick points on 3 shots.
Georgia trying to bounce back from a couple of tough losses their last 2 games. Lost a double overtime earlier this week on Tuesday to Arkansas. The game they led by 14 at the half at Auburn. Last Saturday they got smoked in the second half and now 71-65. 3 from Parker. Wade sets the screen for Brown. Jana leaned it in. Parker got a hand on it. Play continues, and the jumper from just beyond the free throw line, in and out, and a miss by Mayween. Very few second chances for K-State offensively. They have only 1 offensive rebound today.
Well, the other advantage of keeping somebody in front by containing is that it's easier to turn around and block off when you've done that. You're in natural position.
Brown in a crowd. Just 2 points so far for Barry Brown on 1 of 7 shooting, so the Rockets certainly want to get him going.
And I think that Brown has to start looking for opportunities like that. Semi-broken floors, even if Georgia is back with good defensive bounce before they get set. And that's where Brown is great. Taking you off the bounce and transition and broken floors in the half court when he has a gap. The problem so far this afternoon for K-State in the half court offensively, there just hasn't been opportunities to drive it because Georgia's containing so well. So it's good to see Brown early in the offense be aggressive.
Coming in, Barry Brown, last 5 games, all in Big 12 play. He was averaging 25 points per game. He has 3 at the moment. We'll make it 4 as the 81% free throw shooter Barry Brown hits both. That's some pressure from Kansas State defensively, but quickly broken into the front court. Jordan Harris.
And I like that. You know, we talked about creating a little pace. The only way you can pick up in 3/4 quarter, full court mark is you got to score.
Blocked by Sneed on the shot attempt by Wilridge. We saw some dance moves from Jota right there. That was interesting in the corner. He's got some flexibility. Sneed off the screen. Foul's going to go on Wilridge. K-State came in winning 4 of their last 5 games. They won their last 2 against TCU and Baylor. Never trailed at any point in either of those 2 games. Beat Baylor 90-83. That Baylor win, Wade and Brown combined for 58 points. 15 between the 2 so far today.
58 points on 28 shots. I mean, that's about as efficient as you can get. You saw the 15 points that they've had, and they've basically turned them into volume shooters with the good defense today by the Bulldogs.
Kansas State a perfect 9 of 9 from the free throw line. They have trimmed the Georgia lead down to 2, 6 minutes into the second half. Jara right on the hip of Jackson, and then that's on 28. His second personal.
You know, we've talked about Jota and his managing of the game and stepping right in for Cam Stokes and playing mature and getting the offense going. But another area he's been really good. He's good defensively. And we talked about his footwork, but he's also strong at 6'4", about 185. And so he is hard to turn the corner on with quick feet and that strong body.
Jackson all alone elects to shoot it, reaching over everybody. Claxton gets it back. And right there we see Georgia's length coming to play. fed by Jackson. Here's Turtle on the drive. Bounce pass down low, a pretty one, and laid in by Claxton.
That is such good offense. And get the offensive rebound. You get it to Mayton. I told you he was a willing passer. Jackson relocated and was able to drive it and dump it down.
Carrier flips it up and in. Even with Mayton right there and Jackson trying to score us down low to make it a 2-point game again. K-State trying to get their crowd into this game. That really hasn't been a big factor today. Jackson with 6, airs it up and in.
Boy, what a big shot right there. That was good defense by K-State. Jackson bailing out the offense right there. Big answer bucket.
First bucket for Jackson. He had missed his first 4 field goal attempts. Jara eyeing Mayween. He faces up and shoots over Mayton. Got it.
Mayween the last 2 games. 18-5 against TCU and then 11 points at Baylor. He's played well.
Team's trading baskets right now. Little Jackson taking a seat. Crump, a long 3 for the sophomore Tyree Crump. He is certainly an X factor for Georgia.
And he can really shoot it. And he's the type of guy, once one goes down, look out. You cannot go behind a ball screen on Crump. His will make you pay, just like he did right there.
It's the second made 3 for Georgia today, 2 of 12. 5 on the shot clock. Wade, that's a 2-pointer. 2-point shot with a foot on the line for Wade, 41-38. Offensive foul going the other way. Second one on Crump. K-State trying to get the second half. They were shooting just 37% from the floor in the first half. They've hit 7 of their 11 shots in the second half. K-State ball out of the timeout. Open 3 for Snead. That one long, tipped, hit the back of the backboard, so it's out of bounds, but then came back, but staying with K-State. Mayton's kind of pointing fingers at you. You sure who that went off of? Because that was kind of a funny looking into the play. Snead today just 2 of 7 in 3-point shooting. This is a 2 from Snead. In and out. And with that left hand, the rebound grab by Claxton. Kicked out of bounds by Snead.
You see Crump right there. And Mayton telling, as soon as he caught it the first time, throw it in there. And then the second time, Mayton reposts, get you an angle, throw it in there. Because with Crump's ability to shoot selfishly, I'd be thinking, hey, I'm going to get an isolation to him. It might free up a shot if they double down or dig down.
Crump airs it off the back rim. Offensive rebound, Claxton. He's fouled.
Claxton and Hammonds have given Mark Fox some good minutes.
Absolutely.
I think they played aggressively. They have come into a really difficult environment. Played mature. I mean, he talked to us earlier today about those freshmen have played enough for almost to February. I need them to start playing like sophomores. Play a little more older and experienced. And I think we've seen some of that out of those 2 talented freshmen here today.
numbers on Mayween, his third. He's the first player on either team to 3 fouls. After the free throws, 43-38 Georgia lead. Almost midway through this second half, Kansas State had a 3-point lead at the break.
K-State will not be able to survive if Brown doesn't have a stretch where he gets going.
Thrown out of bounds by Jada. Nobody there. 5 K-State turnovers.
I mean, coming to this game, Barry Brown has played as good as anybody in the Big 12. And seriously, that includes Trae Young over the last 4 or 5 games. And he has played at a high level. 38 against Oklahoma State, 34 against Baylor.
Here's the drive. Brown reversing and scoring. A pretty move by Barry Brown. Batting down low. Maiden on the deck. It's tied up.
Talking about, Mark. Don't let Georgia's defense get set up if you're Barry Brown. See that right there? I mean, that was a great move. You've got a broken floor in transition. Seemingly, Georgia players are back. But I'm telling you, Barry Brown, about as good as anybody in the country when he's got a little bit of space to go to work. I would not wait, if I'm him, for Georgia to get set defensively. I'd attack when that opportunity, whether it was early or not, get after it.
Jada from the corner. 3 of 11 3-point shooting today for Kansas State. Jada's missed the 2 threes that he's attempted. Georgia without a field goal in the last 3 minutes. Away from the ball. Snead all tangled up with Hammonds. So Snead, his second personal.
There's some physical screens set out there.
Maiden gets in the lane. Big time move for Maiden.
That is big time because Jada, again, Turtle Jackson relocates to stretch out. Jada had to make a decision. Do I stay or do I rotate back?
Foul is on Maiden.
And you get isolated on the side. See, you got Jada. I mean, he digs down, but Maiden in his skill set, able to keep the dribble alive. And then when Jada retreats to Jackson, as he, again, relocates the top of the key, Jada knows if that ball goes out, there's no way I can get back there to contest. It forced him into a decision, and Maiden goes to work.
The foul was just the first on Maiden, but he's going to get a breather here. That last move we saw down low from Maiden, that was NBA skill level right there.
Oh, yeah, no question. I mean, look at him. That's 6'8", 240, and can move. And is intelligent. And has a great skill set.
Each conference has won a game so far. Florida beat Baylor. Texas Tech won at South Carolina. And 2 of the 10 games today in the Big 12 SEC Challenge already finished. Shooting over the zone. Offensive rebound. Claxton Way wanted to make sure he was not going to convert there. He picks up his second foul. Timeout right now. Georgia playing.
But certainly in a great spot to control their own destiny. And what better way than to go on the road against one of the hottest teams in the Big 12 and get another road victory. That could really jumpstart them to February.
K-State trying to really overcome a very pedestrian non-conference. Didn't play a lot of heavyweights. They have some great wins in the Big 12. Georgia's kind of on the other side of that fence. They had some decent non-conference wins earlier in the year. They've struggled a bit lately, losing 4 of their last 5 in the SEC. SEC overall, much better this year, talked about.
Yeah, no question. As good a depth that it has had, quality depth for the last several years.
State turns it back over. They're 6th. That gets Maton back in the game for the Bulldogs.
I think if you're Mark Fox, this is what you certainly would have been pleased with prior to the game. If you could make it a grinder down the stretch on the road, playing at a pace that favors you.
Obede reversing and scoring.
They've gone to that with Obede multiple times today. I think that's a byproduct of the attention that Maton draws, and almost like a misdirection, have Maton on that other side. You got a little two-man play with the roll.
Saying Maton brought the arm up like the arm bar. Maton not buying it, nor is Mark Fox, the head coach, right in front of us. It's the second foul on Deontay Maton. I have to react to Mark Fox's comment just a moment ago, which I'll paraphrase. He said, "We're not in Lawrence. Don't give us bad calls," was the way I'll paraphrase it.
It's a pretty good line.
Mark Fox was an assistant coach here at K-State, but he got his master's degree from Kansas. Here's Jara with a chance for a three-point play.
Speaking of giving somebody some space, as Jara right there rejects the ball screen. It was a strong side. And again, I think his quickness is a little bit deceptive because there's not a lot of movement when he tries to get you off balance. And then when he decides to go, that first step is really good. And as I mentioned earlier, Mark, despite being a fairly young player, he's got a pretty good frame and can absorb a little contact when he turns the corner.
Jara completes the three-point play. That's starting to get the K-State crowd back into it. Georgia with the ball up 3. Jackson and Brown bottled up. A screen from Obede. Fouls on Brown. His 3rd.
Well, the home crowd of K-State's not going to like that, but Brown did have his hands in the armbar on multiple times, and I think Mike Stewart was giving Brown the opportunity to back off. He never did, and Mark Fox was literally standing next to Mike Stewart and helped coach him up right there.
Well, Brown got in the lane early. Second shot coming here. Kelly Self coming over. Jackson sinks what is the front end there. Second opportunity and takes advantage. Jackson hits both as a result.
In a game like this, and the way that Georgia plays and is playing here this afternoon, K-State's got to be careful letting this get above 5 points outside a 2-possession game, because it feels bigger when you play a team like Georgia.
Took a moment after Wade spun a few times and crashed into Hammonds, and the foul on Hammonds, his 3rd. So that's team foul number 8 against the Bulldogs. It's going to put Wade at the line for a 1-and-1. run.
And just like Barry Brown, in terms of multiple moves, getting you off balance on the perimeter, Dean Wade will do the same thing when he catches on the block. Up and unders, ball fakes. He's always done such a nice job keeping his pivot foot and having good balance. And then finally got Hammonds to bite.
A hard-earned 16 points for Wade to lead K-State in scoring. In fact, he's the game high scorer right now as Mate has 14. Back to a one-possession game. Mate, that's a three. Offensive rebound. Obede. Out of bounds off K-State. Trusted Mark Fox's team has the advantage on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they have been pounding it. And that's a killer when you have a pretty good defensive possession and you give up an offensive rebound. Those things are certainly magnified late in games as well.
Brown, who touched it last, they say Brown did. So not at a point in the game on the clock where we can check that. Brown was convinced he did not touch it last. Georgia has an edge on the offensive glass, 10-2 in offensive rebounding. Jackson slices, dices, too strong. Sneed a rebound. Got his headband knocked off. He flips that way as he distributes to Jada. Jada with the drive and one. Another chance to tie the game at the line with 5:21 to play.
Early offense, Mark. I think that's the formula for K-State. We've talked about it with Barry Brown, but this time it's Jada right there. And he gets a little bit of a rub. And we mentioned the strength the redshirt freshman has, absorbs that contact, and another conventional three-point play.
The crowd's into it now, Bramlage Coliseum. The injured Cam Stokes, who thinks he may be back as soon as Monday against Kansas. We'll have to wait and see on that. Maton, three from Hammonds. Jada looked like he wanted to run out and slipped a little bit, so he slows it down. A Sneed three. Playing without the headband. An offensive rebound for Wade, just the third offensive board for Kansas State.
Boy, how high did Wade go right there? It's a big offensive rebound.
Jada. Tied at 49. Under 4.5 to play in regulation in Manhattan. Good matchup here in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. Crowder committed by Parker, and it's an even 10 Georgia turnovers.
It's amazing, Mark, what getting a series of stops, 2-3, 4 in a row does. It flips the game. And you can see and hear the K-State crowd, the student section really starting to get into it because Georgia's done such a good job, Mark Fox, controlling tempo for the most of this afternoon and not allowing any K-State runs and allowing the crowd to get into it.
It's the fourth time in history these schools have played. They had a home and home just a few years ago. Split that, each winning on the other's home floor. Obede with the rebound. First time they played. I'll go back to the NCAA tournament in 1987. And Mitch Richmond at K-State outlasted Willie Anderson at Georgia in overtime. Tip to Wade.
A good contest right there from K-State. I thought Parker had an opportunity, a little ball fake, get in there and shoot a wide open 15-foot jumper. Nice job of K-State to recover and contest.
Brown driving. He went into a crowd, including Obede. It's going to stay with K-State with 10 on the shot clock. A timeout in Manhattan.
And I've been through it. That winning on the road in tough environments. And then the flip side of it for K-State, the quick turnaround with their rival, in-state rival Kansas coming in Monday night. You lose this game, you feel a lot different after a W than you do a loss when you play a tough opponent.
Short clock out of the timeout, 2 to shoot, and Brown fouled going to the rim by Turtle Jackson.
One of the few times today when Georgia in the half court has had their defense set, that they haven't been able to keep Barry Brown in front. And the thing, part of, I think, Barry Brown's emergence, he's always been a nice player, but this next step that he's made as a player recently, Mark, he is still a drive-first guy, and he takes good threes, and he's been able to let one play off the other. That's why it's so difficult to defend.
First lead for K-State since they were up 26-25, just about 20 seconds into the second half. Mayton with the left hand. A Wade rebound. His 8th board. Right now the Big 12 SEC Challenge, a win apiece. And 3 from Wade missed. Loose ball. Diving on the floor. It's a tie-up. Possession arrow, it should be Georgia ball. And Mark Fox saying he wants a timeout.
Midway through the second half where they've tried to get him off a pick-a-pop situation in this right corner. But late in games, you have to work inside out. Whether that's off dribble penetration or touches to a guy like Mayton who has big-time scoring ability.
Jackson from 14. Rebound was out of reach of Obede and went to Barry Brown. Georgia's been in a scoring drought, but so has K-State. They missed their last 5 from the field.
Well, when they weren't able to get it to Mayton straight to the block, they gave up on the play and got stacked.
Wade spinning, fade away, good. Timeout for the Bulldogs. Well, Georgia has not scored in nearly 5 minutes. This is a huge possession for the Bulldogs. Double dribble committed by Parker as it was almost stolen anyway by the Wildcats.
Well, again, the extended pressure from K-State, in particular Brown, who's second in the Big 12 in steals behind Javon Carter. It's unfortunate because they ended up with a switch. Jada was on Mayton.
And that's not a good matchup for K-State. K-State, though, on an 8-0 run. Looking to add to a 3-point lead and make it a multi-possession game. Snead's got the headband back on. 5 on the shot clock. A minute to go. Wade again. For Dean Wade. Mayton and Georgia need a bucket. He's trying to get it for him. He's in a double team. Harris, tough shot. Just wouldn't fall. Obede, the putback is good. Timeout. Georgia, I believe they just used their final timeout. Now for K-State is Mayween at 73%.
Right.
K-State's hit 15 of 17 free throws today. Wade looking to get it in, lobs it to Snead. Well, Georgia's going to have to do something to stop the clock or get a quick steal here. Long pass. Georgia's got a foul.
Yeah.
Trying to strip. No foul call, but last touched by K-State. Now, this is a point in the game where Mike's.
And then you can't waste time beyond that. You got to foul and stretch out the game.
Brown knocked to the floor. It goes into the backcourt to Snead, and now they do foul Brown with 17 seconds remaining. Brown 3 of 4 from the line today. 81% foul shooter coming in. Cam Stokes told us before the game he's going to be examined on Monday, possibly cleared for the Kansas game. He said if not then, he's hoping to be back next Saturday against West Virginia. So we'll see.
And they're pretty optimistic about that. But it's something that they'll take slow. They don't want to rush him back. His importance to Kansas State long term.
Five-point lead for K-State. Bruce Weber and K-State will use a timeout. Happen in a hurry.
Whatever's available first. I mean, I think the first thing is push and see if you can get to the rim.
Tennessee against Iowa State coming up next. Kick to the corner. 3. Missed by Jackson. Jada touched it last. Still Georgia ball, but just under 9 seconds to go. They got to put a shot up. Jackson a 3. Air ball out of bounds. K-State. Wildcats win this Big 12 SEC Challenge game.
Steady performance from K-State down the stretch. Fox had his team in position to win it, the game, the tempo where he wanted it.